Okay, so these are just solving equations, so let's do these. So we'll start with A. So 1/4 x plus 1/10 equals negative 3/20 x minus 7/10. Couple ways to do these, right? I mean, I like to just, when I can, let's eliminate our fractions, right? So if I multiply both sides by 20, right, by 20, multiplication property of equality, I can eliminate them. So 20 times 1/4 is 5x plus 20 times 1/10 is 2 equals, now this side is by 20, so negative 3x minus, and that's 2, 14. Okay, so now we add 3x to both sides, and we get 8x plus 2 equals negative 14. Subtract 2 from both sides. 8x equals negative 16. I'll come up here. 8x equals negative 16. Divide both sides by 8. And we get x equals negative 2. And of course, on a test, we would substitute in and make sure that's correct. Okay, for B, let me make some room here. B, we have 3x plus 4.5 equals 4.5x minus 18. Decimals, you could get rid of them. We could multiply both sides by 2, so let's do that just to, they're no easier than fractions, so let's just get rid of them, right? You don't have to, but so I get 6x plus 9 equals 9x minus 36. We subtract 6x from both sides, right? And we get 9 equals 3x minus 36. We add 36 to both sides, and we get 45 equals 3x. So 45 equals 3x. And divide both sides by 3, and we get 15 equals x, and we write it as x equals 15. Again, if it were a test, we would substitute in. Okay, C, let's make some room. So C, I have 1/12 x minus 1/12 equals 1/8 x plus 1/6 minus 1/6 x. Okay. For this, let's get rid of our fractions again, right? So we'll multiply both sides, in this case by 24, right? Because we want to find the least common multiple, right? So times 24, that eliminate our fractions. So 24 times the left side, that's 2x minus 2 equals, the right side is 3x plus 4 minus 4x. Okay, so now we combine our like terms. On the right hand side, I have 3x minus 4x, that's negative 1x. Now I add x to both sides, and we get 3x minus 2 equals 4. We add 2 to both sides, and I'll come up here, and we get 3x equals 6. Divide both sides by 3, and we get x equals 2, and we substitute in to make sure it works. Okay, and the last one, let's make some room. So this one, 6.25x plus 7.5 minus 2.5x equals 3.75x minus 8.75. Okay, for this one, let's just kind of brute force this and work with our decimals. We could multiply and get rid of it. If we multiplied both sides by 4, right, we would get rid of our decimals, but let's just go for it. So I combine my like terms. So I have 6.25 minus 2.5. That's 3.75x plus 7.5 equals 3.75x minus 8.75. We can see what's going to happen here. I'm going to subtract 3.75x from both sides, 3.75x, and I'm left with 7.5 equals negative 8.75. And now you have to ask yourself, when would 7.5 equal negative 8 3/4? And the answer to that is never. It's never going to equal that. So this equation has no solution. There's no value that you can put in for x that's going to make both sides equal.